Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to Too Much Tech. And in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Roccat ELO AIR 7.1 wireless gaming headset. Huge shout out to Roccat for actually sending out this headset for review. They sent out this as well as the Vulcan TKL Pro that we're going to be reviewing later on in the month, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's go ahead and dig into the ELO AIR 7.1. This headset they did make in partnership with Turtle Beach, and it's actually a rock solid headset for the price. It's about $100 for a quality wireless headset, and let's get into a few things that I like about it. So let's go and talk about the features and the build quality as well. So it does feature RGB lighting on both ear cups. One of them has the Roccat logo and the other has the text logo for Roccat as well. And then since this is a wireless headset, it does feature USB Type-C, which is always much appreciated, especially in 2020. These headsets all need to come with USB Type-C. On the same side as the charging port, you also have a volume wheel for the mic monitoring, which is pretty unique. You don't really see that on a lot of headsets. And then also the mic mute button. And then on the front of the headset, you have the port for the microphone jack. In terms of the build quality, these are a mostly plastic headset, but you do have the steel band that runs across the top of the headset. Now, this is one of those headsets that have this free floating design, but as you can see, it's actually quite flexible and it is moderately comfortable as well. Like, even for big heads, you can make this headset work, but I do feel like it tucks just a little bit underneath your ear, but not enough to call it uncomfortable. But after a while, I don't even feel like the pressure of it pulling up just a little bit, because it's kind of how this tensioner is set. This headset will not fall off your head. Like, it gets a very secure and snug fit. But the problem that I have is really just the ear cups. The ear cups, to me, the leatherette, don't get me wrong, is nice, it's plush, but unfortunately it just gets a little bit too hot. So I wish that they either would have went with a fully velour material or just did leatherette on the outside of the ear cups and did velour on the inside where your ears actually go. That way you still get a little bit of that sound isolation, because this is obviously, a closed back headphone, but you wouldn't get any of that irritation from having the fully leatherette and keeping all that heat basically inside the ear cups. That's pretty much the only thing I don't like about the build quality. Other than that, it's solid, it's very flexible, it feels durable in the hand. The range of motion on this headset is really impressive. Like, you get a ton of swivel range, so if you want to lay this on your shoulders and walk around, you can. But even like the little bit of pivoting motion, it just makes it so that it gets the perfect seal on your head. And then this headband is moderately plush as well. The only thing I would say that might bother you about this headset, other than the ear cups, is maybe if you don't like the fact that these wires are exposed connecting the two ear cups together. But personally, I don't find it an issue. It doesn't get in the way of using it, and I actually think that it looks pretty cool. The steel band up top adds a lot to the rigidity, and it does make the headset feel a lot more durable as well. I think this thing is a tank, so you shouldn't have any issues with some moderate drops, but obviously don't throw your electronics. Just if it happens, it should be able to take quite a few drops without any issues. Now, in terms of the battery life and the wireless performance, I had zero issues with the wireless performance at all. The range is really good. The only time that I will ever have wireless issues is when I would be like literally 2 or 3 rooms over. Then I would start to run into wireless issues when that's literally about 4 walls apart from the dongle. But if you're in the same room or even in the next room, you don't have to worry about any connection issues at all. This is rated at 24 hours of battery life, and personally I got 19 hours and I had about 10% left of the battery. So even with the RGB on, you should be able to get very close to that 24 hours of battery life. You just can't have the brightness maxed out. I had the RGB on about 60% brightness the entire time of my testing over these past couple of weeks. So if you have something around there, then you should expect similar battery life, around the 18 to 20 hour mark. But I'm pretty sure that if you turn the RGB all the way off, you can't really see it anyways, because you're going to be the one wearing the headset. You'll probably will get that 24 hours of battery life. Now, in terms of the audio quality of the headset, well, I feel like I have to divide this part. I'm going to talk about some of the effects and features during the mic test portion of this video, but personally I think the audio quality just coming from the headset without any changes, without using the 7.1 surround, the audio is really good. But personally, when you start to go into those other audio modes, it kind of ruins it, and we'll talk about that later. I do feel like the bass response is very good, especially being a closed back headphone. It is a very immersive headphone to listen to. This definitely sounds like a Turtle Beach headset, which is not a bad thing, because I've always thought that Turtle Beach headsets have always had great highs and mids and lows, and there isn't really much wrong with them, except for the fact that sometimes in the lows they do tend to be a little bit boomy. But this one somehow, some way is able to avoid that, and I don't really get any of that boominess if I'm using one of the regular audio modes and I don't have like the crazy effects and stuff going on, like the surround or anything like that. If you turn on the surround sound, it will sound a little boomy, but if you leave it off, it actually sounds pretty natural and gives you very good immersion as well as situational awareness. Now the sound stage is not massive. It's pretty much because it's a closed back headphone, but it doesn't really do anything other than having that 7.1 audio to simulate or try to make that soundstage sound a little bit bigger. You will be able to hear all the directional audio very clearly and easily to be able to determine where things in the environment are coming from. Let's go and drop a mic test for you guys right now and talk about the software as well. Alright guys, so this is just going to be a quick sound test of the Roccat ELO AIR 7.1 built-in micro, well not built-in, but the boom mic that is attachable. I'm also going to go through the Swarm software as well right now because there's a few things that I wanted to mention about it specifically. So in the Swarm software, there's like a lot of these different sound modes. After testing pretty much all of them, I've landed on 2 of them. So I pretty much use dynamic like 90% of the time. The FPS mode is good as well. Balance, honestly speaking, is pretty boring. Bass, EQ, audio clarity, voice clarity, I wouldn't use any of these. It made it sound notably worse. The sample rate, I just put on the highest just because why not? Unfortunately, you can't just like click on one and then listen to it live and test it. Like you have to hit apply every time, or you can just put on this auto apply setting. But personally, I just stick on dynamic. Surround settings, I leave it on balanced and off. Just leave it on 2.0 because 7.1, honestly speaking, does not sound that great. Then you have this Turtle Beach superhuman hearing. I don't like it at all. I wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. So yeah, it just makes everything sound like boomy and echoey. You can tell it's trying to kind of like faux increase the sound stage, but it sounds horrible. I don't recommend it at all. I would not use this. So the software is pretty much only good for changing the amount of mic monitor you have, checking your battery life, downloading firmware updates. When I did unbox this headphone, there was a firmware update, and then I think I did get one like over the past couple weeks I've had it as well. And then your master volume here, you can listen to the mic noise cancellation. I'll go ahead and hit apply so you guys can hear how it sounds. So this is with the noise cancellation on, and everything you heard before was with the noise cancellation off. So let's go ahead and turn that off. We do have a few more effects here with this magic voice thing, so let's go ahead and turn it on monster.
And you guys can let me know how this sounds. So that's the monster setting. Yeah, let me know what you think of it. Personally, I wouldn't use any of these, but here's monster.
Here is cartoon. So yeah, I guess if I'm in Boruto or an anime or a cartoon or whatever, maybe I'm Bugs Bunny now, who knows? And then we got
male here. I don't know, does this make me sound like a male? You let me know in the comment section below. But on the other hand,
all my females out there, let me know. Do I sound like one of y'all? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But this magic voice, I would not use this
at all. It's probably just a really weird feature if you want to troll somebody online or something like that. But other than that, I don't see this feature being very useful at all. Battery life, though, has been really, really good. Ever since I've gotten this, I've used it probably a good 12 hours. So it looks like it got about 11 more hours to go. And yeah, it's pretty good. I like it quite a bit. So the ELO AIR, I like it a lot. It's a very solid headset, especially for the price. But there's 2 things wrong with it. The ear cups, that's one thing. And the second thing that's wrong with it is that it's only compatible with PC. So you can't use this on console at all. So if you plug it into your Xbox One, you plug it into your PS4, the light just blinks red. So it's not compatible for consoles. Do I know if it's gonna work with PS5 or Xbox Series X or S? I doubt it. If it doesn't support the PS4 now and the Xbox One now, I doubt it. But other than that, if you are a PC gamer and that's all you're looking for, this will work perfectly. It's intended for PC. Other than that, if you guys are looking for a $100 wireless gaming headset, this one is a very good option. Then they also do have a couple other cheaper options that are wired. The one that's actually $50 has the exact same design and it's just wired. So that model will work with PS4 and Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. All you do is plug it in to your controller and then you're good to go. Just a 3.5 jack. So if you need something that's going to be console and PC compatible with very similar build quality, go ahead and get the $50 one. They do have a $70 one instead, but that one does have a sound card. And personally, I don't think any of the added audio features in the Swarm software are worth it. So I would entirely skip that version if I'm being completely honest. So I would either go with the $50 ELO X or the $100 ELO AIR 7.1 if you need wireless specifically for PC. But that's gonna be it, guys. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. Again, don't forget to tune into the channel at the end of the month to check out the review of the Vulcan TKL Pro, Roccat's new 10 keyless, finally, optical keyboard. So that's going to be really sweet. It's also low profile too. That thing looks awesome. We're going to unbox it in just a little bit here, and then the review will be up at the end of the month. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Links in the description if you guys are interested in picking this up. And yeah, I'll see you. Have a good weekend.